Challengers is a romance and sports 2024 film that follows the life of tennis prodigy Tashi Duncan. Starring Zendaya, the film was immediately met with critical acclaim with high critic scores in every metric, including an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Since its release, audience scores have remained high but have averaged much lower than the critic scores. So why do audiences not like this film as much as the critics? I would argue that the reason is the ending. So why does Challenger's ending fail? The movie takes us on a 13-year-long journey following the lives of tennis players Tashi Duncan, Art Donaldson, and Patrick Zweig. The movie begins in 2019 during an intense tennis match between Art and Patrick. We then flash back to 2006 when we see the characters of Art and Patrick being best friends and a tennis duo, where both of them meet and fall in love with Tashi. We see the characters' lives unfold through flashbacks as we keep jumping forward to see different pieces of the match between Art and Patrick. The film mainly follows the trio's tennis careers while also centering a love triangle where all the ends meet. And while being amazingly acted, directed, and scored, no matter how engaging the film was throughout its run, the ending left many people scratching their heads. It's not that it was an objectively bad ending, it was just not definite enough for the film to make enough sense. The whole movie feels like it's building up to something, like when you're listening to a song waiting for the beat to drop. There's a constant tenseness and bickering that leaves the audience at the edge of their seat wondering what is going to happen next. The lack of a conclusive ending makes you wonder, why did I watch this film? To me, the film was absolutely entertaining, but the ending just left me with this feeling that there should have been more. We never truly got to understand any of our characters or know what they were really thinking. We can assume that Tashi went on to coach Patrick and they have a good season together, and that maybe Art is okay with it because of how he smiled at the end. But why? Despite Art's feelings towards Patrick, he was clearly distraught when he found out about their affair. But then minutes later it no longer matters because he won the match? Or he knew he was going to win the match? Does Tashi stay with Art? It's presented throughout the film a lot that Tashi did not love Art. She was with him because he was good at tennis, and she felt like she could coach him, but she never loved him.
I love you.
I know.
And when he finally admitted he was ready to quit, Tashi was quick to jump into Patrick's arms. So what does this mean for the future of the married couple? For a film that spent so much of the runtime focusing on this trio's dynamic and the relationship between them all, it doesn't tell audiences anything about where they'll end up. While this may be the point, an open ending so everyone can imagine what happened after the match, purposeful or not, it still leaves audiences feeling like nothing happened. Objectively, there was not a lot of plot in this film. It could have been an hour shorter if we were to cut the slow-mo tennis scenes in half. So showing audiences a glimpse of the future could have served a much needed perspective into understanding what this film was trying to tell audiences. And yet, it really ended up being a 2.5-hour montage of watching beautiful people play tennis. But who said that was a bad thing? Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this wasn't a super in-depth analysis or review of the film, but I just remember seeing it and feeling like there was something missing, and I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and explain what I thought might have been missing within the film, or specifically in the film's ending. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and let me know what you guys thought of the film.